thona manga zin tur de tana chanchin lom darkar somni pali chung S&R Travels intan kan ome online a hidden charge chin kha ke mania chuan velo tlat choibel nei mi alovin itlo wang theih mai don baka i boy pui ha ngai mi alovin i du thu sam takrama kan lo chan sak thei reng chi asin izin du hun le mun han shilve te itan phone volume kan on full pa pe kan soi mai chep online ain kan re ta tlawm via sat po kan ngame S&R Travels contact number 6909063744 email S&R Services 18@gmail.com
beri di khana du chun sofa set po le veng chu kha ania politics a in beina molmang takati thina chu chumi baga chenga soitan chu ka shelo ron soi boy du thala no mani chuan bungbu syndrome kha ani nge yang te hi achianga
they are contractors, they are not just nobody, they are all contractors. Suppose they don't have the finances to come to the court to file a simple writ petition. I don't think so. You want to withdraw or we'll dismiss it.
Hriata Chhangte ZK bikers Hriata Silo engineer ke somvelle naram sanga ngaka advocate tena PIL an thelu chu high court in PIL atling love tin alo nol sakmak maine ti chuanin chu mi chungchang po chu kan thliranga enge high court chunga chon thleng reng ti te po hei high court hianin supreme court thupe kangin YouTube channel an nei vek towa ti chuan chung te po chu an case khoi lai hi life in vek theini gohati high court aizol bench ti ka han type to pola google a khan ti chuan chuta chuanin cost list ti kolomalo omanga cost list ya khanin case an khoi tur nak tuka eng case ngin khoi don ti zong kha ron lang vekanga ti chuan i case lo ngai chan du enge an khoi dan ti vel i shedu ni chuan khami hun khain lo chang ve don nia YouTube channel oma aizol bench gohati high court ti in YouTube a khan channel oma kata khanin ni tin an case khoi hi aron live trina chu in lo chang thei bokani ti kha kan soi ni sela ti chuanin chumi ma chuanin entitlement chungchang hi tuntum video chon ron soi kadua tuna kan minister te kan MLA te an entitlement mo hemi minister ani naina akentel MLA ani na te na akentel shim entitlement an practice hi mipui te tila mipui te poni chelo opposition trend khat henin an hel view maina langa chumi chungchang chu tuntuma chon kan chip view dona tin chumi to ta chuan video top lampanga henin high court chunga Hriata Chhangte te chetlavel te po kan endonia ti chuan masabera chun hei had entaila a date hi hei kan tilian dewanga April thla kumsang ni somni palia he memorandum hi ti chuani in ni somni pani April ani nge ni ti chuanin heta hen entitlement chungchang aron ziaka chuta chun ti hen in ziakani CM Deputy Chief Minister le Speaker te hianin cheng nuai ruk entitlement an naya ti chuan cabinet minister te hian cheng nuai li le singa entitlement an naya ti chuan Minister of States le Deputy Minister le Parliamentary Secretary Deputy Speaker ti te hianin cheng nuai thum hei hi kumsang ni le sompali ania kumsang ni le sompali akhanin tunge sarkar ti hi ka soiwa kangai omlo in sethiam mai karing ti hian ti chuan hei hi kumsang ni le sompalia office memorandum hemi kan chief minister te kan speaker te kan MLA te cabinet minister te hawina an entitlement an minister ni na te an chief minister ni na te na akentel amount mo hemi hi ani kumsang ni sompalia khachon CM deputy CM le speaker te khan noi rukania cabinet minister in noi le singa ti chon minister of state le Deputy Minister le Parliamentary Secretary le Deputy Speaker te khanin cheng noi thum an entitle ani ani naina akentel tina ani chu ti chon hei hi alui do lek to fi vak lo ma ro chu hei apoi mo lai chin chu chiar thei thawani ei April thla kumsang ni sompali ani hi ti chonin adota kan kalang ti chuan kumsang ni le sompasari aloin her chuan ti danglam an le tani entitlement chungchang hi ti chuan heti hen entitlement chu siam danglam ania furnishing of residence le bangla of ministers tini hei bangla ten lo chon an bangla thom than na te tin residence ti tel hi mo heta po hian kumsang ni le sompasari dei to po khan residence ti hi lo tel thlap to ni hei hi hey letter number po lang veka letter number B21014/2/2016 SAA tinia hei hi notification kumsang ni le sompasari amini zon heti hun lai hian CM Deputy Chief Minister le Speaker te hianin cheng nuai sari anin title ta ni an ti danglam chawa at pung chho ta ni ti chuanin kumsani le som pali tangkhan heta hian thlak chho ta mo kumsani le som pali atangkhan kal chho char charin kumsani le som pasari aloin her chho chon tiang henin ti sana ni ta soita kang khan Chief Minister Deputy Chief Minister le Speaker te hianin cheng nuai sari anin title ani chon cabinet ministers te hianin cheng nuai nga le si nga ania chon Minister of State Deputy Speaker Vice Chairman HPC Government Deputy Chief Whip ti hi haum boka hei hianin cheng nuai li an ni hoyan anin title ani hei lo en ula residents le bangla ti ni an residents an thom thatna tur te kha tiang kha atel veka an thil lei mo hemi ta na an entitlement atanga an thil lei te kan lo soi sel thina hi thil fu lo takanin ka ria an residents chei thatna ta na entinan anin chung bung ro furnishing of residents in ti ke tiang ke nia hei evolution ang dein korontia sani som pali tangin sani som pasaria chon ti hena kai sang le deuh hlekta ti chuanin ato takan kalyang ti chon sang hi le som pakwa halloween her chuan hei dated Aizol the 9th March 2019 tinia kumsang hi le som pakwa lo her chuan kumsang hi le som pasari kha kan en nun che kha nia kumsang hi le som pasari tunge sarkar kumsang hi le som pakwa tunge run sarkar ti hi ka soi zu engai lo in sheve ko me ti chuan hei hi chu ka lo react photo kumsang hi le som pakwa hianin ti dang lamani ta ni Chief Minister Deputy Chief Minister le Speaker te tan hianin cheng nuai som panga ti san ani tador mai ne hemi ma chi kumsani som pasari kha chon hei kan muang hianin cheng nuai sari kha ania Chief Minister te Deputy Chief Minister le Speaker te ina an entitlement ka ti chuanin tu te moni sarkar lai ti teng kumsani le som pakwa halloween her chwa ka chuan nuai som panga arun ni ta ni ti chuan hei hi hemi le tarbi ka hi chuan Chief Minister Deputy Chief Minister le Speaker te ania ti chuan hei bed sofa set ti te potel vekani berili sofa set leite kha an soi sel tak nangin an mani hlei hi chechiang turan nia opposition te hi khumte sofa set dining table dining chairs mattress refrigerator woolen carpet kan Chief Minister pohan fridge te hi lei hiarin ka hre khami enge man tlawm de wan zorna mo ata khanin azulei ve thlapin ka hria woolen carpet ti te tiang hei wardrobe ti te dressing table dressing stool cupboard bedside table mo berili khana tu chon sofa set po lei veng chu kha ania politics a in beina molmang takati thina chu entitlement renga heta hei ni na taka chon kumsang hi le som pakahun lai dei to khan kumsang hi le som pakwa Chief Minister le Finance Minister shiat puina ni som pare thlathum kumsang hi le som pakwa lak thlap anga ti ani nge amaro chu hei latest ber chu ni lo onakina karon tilang lenga dottu hi hei 2019 ani hetiang zong hi an furnishing a khana tel vekatin kan lo shiat mai lo tur chu residents le bangla ti atel hi achung ber tlarni na hian hei letter number in zian noi che henin residents le bangla ti hi atela chumi na asayom zia chu an chen na in aniemo an bangla po ni se kha khanina huam ti na ani chu mi pui poisa kan han ti thina mi pui poisa mang hek ni angtla tangai te tan chon ni elo ngai sela amaro chu an hlo tur kha ani ve bokani antinan heta sarkar na thokte pon matiro an tho hlo kha chun laveng chu an ni na ina kentel antinan director an ni chuan director ina a hlo tur zat ama service ina kentelang che kha chu achang veng chu kha mi pui paisa ni leine mo a entitlement ani khatiang te kha ti chuanin chu karon soi fe ni ta sela hei Chief Minister te bi kani ta ni ti chuan heta ve thungero hi chuanin cabinet minister le Minister of State Deputy Speaker le equivalent rank kanon tia an entitlement chu cheng nuai som pani le MAMAWH kan ti te hei Deputy Speaker le equivalent rank te hi chuanin nuai som ani thungtani hei an entitlement ania an entitlement ina aken tel hi an furnishing theih hi hei ain ang che ni bed sofa set ti te ania hetiang lo in soi sele hi chu a fu che pon ka hrelo mo chu an entitlement an minister te MLA ni na te na aken tel ve khani chu neutral taka thlir po in ani na taka chuan nangma a thlir tu ngei po kha he video lo thlir tu ngei po kha minister lo ni ta ni emo MLA te lo ni ta ni MLA ini na ina aken tel shim kha minister ini chuan Chief Minister ini chuan nuai som panga ila chuak thaya cabinet minister ini chuan noi som pani ti chuan Minister of State ni chuan nuai som ani hei entitlement khani an entitle ani chu chumi ba ka chenga soidan chu ka hrelo ron soi boy du thala na mani chuan bungbu syndrome kha ani nge yang ti hi achianga chuan hei hemi po hi this issue with the approval of Honorable Chief Minister and Finance Minister on dated 26/3/2019 tini March ni somni paruk kumsani le som pakwa khan Chief Minister le Finance Minister ten anlo approve thlap anlo pompui thlap toni chu ti chuan hei hi a letter number zong te po hi a injek ve ka indu chuan in lo screenshot thei bokang chumo hei document poi mo lut to kani ti chuan ato le kan kalang hei hi kumsang hi le som ni pali July memorandum ani ve thung ta ni hanen ula 2019 tu te emo sarkar hun lai a an siam nen khan danglam na in muin kareng lo ain ang chi ani ZPM ministry hianin sarkar masa te ina an local pui dana kha anron tia then khate kha chun khan noi sari tangin som panga ten sandor ta ni mo maro chu ZPM sarkar ro hi chuanin ama miang khan anron kala angai ang thlapin khi Chief Minister Deputy Chief Minister le Speaker te hian nuai som panga anin title izon Cabinet Minister te hian nuai som pahniania Minister of State Deputy Speaker le equivalent rank atluk pui te hian nuai som anin title ani tichuan anin title na puin ang vek hei bed sofa set dining table dining chair hei an entitlement na hi furnishing of residence emo bangla tini hemi awang tak hian tun ZPM a kan MLA te kan Chief Minister te po hian hei hi an mang ve ni mo an mang ve ni tichuan hei hi then kha chuan an lo social na sakhop mai ama ro chu a social tu te hun lai vek po khan lo practice te ton in an lo mang ve viau to thin bokani ti kha kan ron soidu ni ta sela tichuan engtin ngen lo man thin reng ti hi in chiang le tiang masabera chuan Congress hun lai a hen han kal taila engtin nge khami an entitlement ta kha an lo man te reng engzat nge an lo man ti hi kan endon ani ti chuan in hei Congress hun lai kan ti khamo kumsang ni le pariat atanga sang ni le som pariat in kara an man zat kha cheng takin heta hen talan ania chu tiang chuan hei an talan dan chuan renovation le furnishing ti hi han clear shana har khop maya jefa dictionary apo khan hanin ula renovation le furnishing ti hi chu cheicha thuam cha thom cha ti khanin a soifia ve a engponi se heta hen engemaw chete chu danglam chu om ve theinga then khathi chu an nei sa cheichat siam that te poninga engtinan an siam bangla te rongalo chiani chuan arong lo khok toni chuan khami rong han noi that te mo entinan khatiang chiang te cheichat hi om ve a tin khimi chunga khianin engeniang thil thar lei mo sofa set thar lei te poninga refrigerator thar lei AC thar lei te poni ve bokang chu khang sang kha a include vek thei ta ni ti chuan heta hen details in ran jik lem lawa ama ro chu apui mo ber zo ka chu a grand total khi ani ta ni kumsang ni le pariat atanga sang ni le som pariat in kara khan ulal than hola khati hunai kan Chief Minister khanin cheng noi za som thum pakhat sanga zani somruk pariat a mangralani ti chuan pu a ro moya khati hun chung zong sang ni pariat atanga sang ni som pariat chung khan cheng nuai som pathum singruk sang ni somriat panga grand total mangani tichon John ro tluang liana Deputy Speaker hianin cheng nuai khat singkwa sang sari zasari le cheng li amangan hian amang klem khop mai tichon pupi si zorom sang liana hianin cheng nuai som thum pathum sing thum sanga somriat pakhat amangrala pusi ngun lian chunga hianin cheng nuai sari singkwa sangkwa za somni pakhat amangral ne US hiato hianin cheng nuai riat sang thum za somruk pakhat amangrala upi silal thanlian hianin cheng nuai som panga sang khat zanga somruk pakwa amangrala Dr. BD Chakma ti hianin cheng nuai riat sing riat sang sari som pakhat amangrala ni tichon pu aram mo ya hianin cheng nuai thum sing riat sang li zaruk som kwa pakwa amangral thunga pu hi phei hianin cheng nuai som pathum le som nga pali amangani pulal rin liana sailo hianin cheng nuai ni sing thum sang sari zathum som pariat amangrala puke estanga hianin cheng nuai som ni panga chi chiania pulal rin moya aralte hianin cheng nuai thum sing khat sang ni za som ni panga amangrala ni pulal rin moya hianin cheng nuai thum sing ruk sang ruk zanga som riat pali amangrala pu RL pian moya hianin cheng nuai ni sing kwa sang kwa zali som kwa pakwa amanga Lieutenant Colonel ZS Zola ti hianin cheng nuai ni singkwa sangkwa zakwa somkwa pakwa amanga cheng khatin nuai thumatling lo ne ti chon pularin oma hianin ama ang che tho khan cheng nuai ni singkwa sangkwa zakwa somkwa pakwa ania pukela rin thanga po hianin aniang tho khan chengnuai ni singkwa sangkwa zakwa somkwa pakwa amang bokani tichon kan enjelang pu zo thang liana hianin chengnuai ruk sing sari sang thum som nga pariata mangrala pulal so ta hianin chengnuai thum sing ni sang khat zasari somkwa pakhat ni in pu arlel zirliana hianin chengnuai nga sing sari sangkwa zali somni pali ania pu aro hluna hianin cheng nuai ruk sing li sang khat zakwa le somania putiti zo than sanga hianin cheng nuai khat sing ruk sang li zakwa somkwa pakwa ania puming dai lo wakhiang te hianin cheng nuai thum che che manga puzon ro tlong lian hianin cheng nuai li le singa ania pu joseph lal hlimpu ya hianin cheng nuai khat singkwa sang khat zali somthum amanga puzo din tluanga hianin cheng nuai ni sing ni le sanga amanga upisi zoram lian hianin cheng nuai ni sing riat le sang li ania pu lian sai lo hianin cheng nuai ni sing ni le sanga pulal thanjara hianin cheng nuai thum sing li sanga zali som li pu lelding lian hianin cheng nuai thum sing ruk sang ruk zali le cheng khat ani pu en ke chakma hianin cheng nuai sari sing sari sang ruk zani som sari pariat amanga puchong tin tluang hianin cheng nuai khat le singa pu ro pui hianin amang thlem khop mai hei cheng sing ni sanga zathum som ni pani chawa manga tichuan pu ro thoma hianin cheng nuai nga sang riat zasari som sari pariat amanga pu lelding lian hianin cheng sing khat sang kwa zakwa som pakhat chau amang thungani tichuan avaya total hi cheng nuai zathum som ni pani singli zasari somli pathum anitani hei hi congress hun laya hemi an entitlement an mandan hi ania kanon tilang ve shim ani chuti chuanin adot le kan kalliang ole in muang hian hei MNF aron ni ve thunga kum sang ni som pariat tanga sang ni som ni pathumani congress kha han en wangwang ula sang ni pariat tanga sang ni som pariata chuan mang claim takanin ka ria tichuan MNF ve thung hi o han enteang puzoram thanga chief minister hianin cheng nuai za som pani sing sari sang kwa zariat som nga pasari amanga pulalarin liana sailo speaker hianin cheng nuai som ruk paruk sing sari sangli zariat som thum panga amangrala engineer larin oma deputy speaker hianin cheng nuai rukania puton luya deputy chief minister hianin cheng nuai riat amanga pusilarin sanga hianin cheng nuai som nga pani sing riat sang sari zanga somli pani amangrala dr ke beicho hianin cheng nuai som thum pasari sing riat sang ruk za som pali amangrala pulal ruat kima hianin cheng nuai ruk che manga pulal biak zawa hianin cheng nuai som thum panga sing sari sang thum zanga som ni amangrala dr arel thang liana hianin cheng nuai ruk le singa che manga tichon pulal cham liana po hian nuai ruk singa pulal chan damaral te hianin cheng nuai ruk che manga tichon puti jela nun thluanga hianin cheng nuai ruk che mang boka urba ro moi roi te poina mang nemwak lo hei cheng nuai ruk che manga puke lalrin liana hianin cheng nuai ruk ani boka pu arel zir liana hianin cheng nuai ruk le singa amanga puwan lal tran pui hianin cheng sing ruk sang riat zanga chawa mang thunga pulal rin thluanga sailo hianin cheng nuai som amanga pudal lom oma hianin cheng nuai li sing kwa sang kwa za som ni amanga pu ram moi tinia hi pu ram moi ti torani mai thaini cheng nuai som pani sing ni sang ruk zariat som sari panga amangrala tichon engineer lal zir liana hianin cheng sing ruk sang khat za som li chawa mang thungani tichon a grand total hi cheng nuai zathum som ko pariat sang sari zanga le cheng thum ani anvai total hi o hi 2018 to 2023 ani tichon congress khalo en le taila hei MNF hi chu a grand total hi nuai zathum som ko pariat sang sari zanga le cheng thum mo ei a grand total ani tichon congress ve thung kha congress ve thung hi chu cheng nuai zathum somni pani singli zasari somli pathum ania hanin kopula hei a difference in che theyang congress hi ani na taka chonan mang nemwak lo hemi hi o kum som chung sangni le pariat atanga sangni som pariat in kar kha ania hei hi MNF lampang kum nga chung sangni som pariat atanga sangni somni pathum chunga hemi tuna an soi sel loi MLA te minister te na nghe niang anin chung furnishing atana an lei mo then khat pe chonin an ma ni chen na in an private home kan ti don mi an private in an thuam tha sofa set te an lei te kha kan lo soi sel tak nangin hei hi dana om veka hei entitlement ania hemi provision om sa hi an apply ve mai atin kumsang ni le som pakwa dai to khan hemi hi lo man to ni in ti chuan zpm sarkar ero hi chuan in khami provision om sa ang tho kha ron chua nun le in chu mi chu an ma ni tan hinan mang ve le ta chuta chuan danglam na om lovani party then khate ero chuan anti sang dor ti kan shet kha atilama khan memorandum kanon ti chhuwa vek khamo ti chuan hei hi zpm sarkar ina an man dan chu ani ve le ta ni chief minister bangla occupied by pulal du oma chief minister ti nia hi cheng noi som panga che kha an entitlement che khan la chuaka ti chuan tmr fort occupied by pulal bi exam speaker ti nia hi kan assembly speaker bangla tina ani maya ti chuan in heta hen cheng noi som panga nia pidal rin pui cabinet minister henin cheng noi som pani ania ti chuan pusila soivunga cabinet minister henin noi som pani pulal fam kima deputy speaker henin noi som dr larain lalpek liana advisor to chief minister in noi som pulal monpui punte in noi som puti bisil venchunga henin noi som ania puke sabdanga cabinet minister henin noi som pani puwanal thana cabinet minister noi som pani puwanal thana cabinet minister noi som pani pulal thansanga cabinet minister noi som pani pupc wanal ruata cabinet minister in noi som pani ania we frauding liana minister of state henin noi som pubilal chanjova MAMAWH noi som professor lalni loma MAMAWH in noi som pulang hing lova mal putete henin noi som thawania engineer h gin chalala advisor to chief minister henin noi som ala wlal chuan oma advisor to chief minister henin noi som ani boka ti chon a grand total available khoma hi cheng noi jani som pali che ani ta ne hei hi kan document bua alandan ani ta ti chon thil mak deuh mai chu MNF a khan kan let leang MNF hi hanen ula hi engtin nge ani theih ti hi zona om ta ni enge chan kan ti chuanin screen a hen karon ti lang lenga hei tunai muang hianin office memorandum 2019 a han kan let leang ti chuan heta hianin hei chief minister bi karon langa chief minister lo ho kha chu inla hret tura chon kangaya amaro chu kanon ti lang le shimshimangi o voi khat chu ti hen a chengang office memorandum March ni somni parit kumsani som pakwa henin cabinet minister le minister of state deputy chief minister le equivalent rank tehi teng henin an entitlement hin da ania noi som pani le noi som mani hei in muthei ve ka cabinet minister henin noi som pani minister of state deputy speaker le equivalent rank te henin noi som ania ti chuanin heta hian hei hi March ni som pakwa kumsani som pakwa ti chua henin tiang hi chief minister entitlement chuni tani noi som panga noi som pani noi som ani chu ain dot dana kha o chu zpm inan kalpui dan pokhani chi reng boka ichun karon soidu zok taka chu hetan han enchiang taila an enchiang anga ti chuan the government of Mizoram is pleased to order that the residents or Bangla of VIP will herefore be furnished by PWD within the upper ceiling limits of expenditure as shown below tini hei hi an entitlement takhani noi som panga hi chief minister entitlement ania chief minister entitlement ani ti chuan heng zong hinia once the residents are furnished the replacement of the item of furnishing will be made on the expiry the life of the particular items tinia this issued with approval of honorable chief minister and finance minister so and so te hini tani chuanin engtin nge hemi entitlement sia henin an sum manna han enchian khan MNF lampang hi hei kumnga chung lek 2018 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 ani tani tiro hemi kumnga chung lekin engtin nge khitiang zat entitlement khi an nei si lo an man thei si ti kha ani tani entinan zpm sarkar hin khami an entitlement kha ala to hoi chuan an mang thei to don lo ti na nia tram khat chung o ani hemi entitlement hi ti chuanin heng zo za hi engtin nge ani thei ti ka thathiam che lova chu karo hriat tlem wange hei politics hi karon soi fo thinang khan karon lu chilna karon tui chilnai alarei vaklo kati to ka o ti chuanin hemi chungchang clarification mumal takron pethei inomani chuan alom omanga i te ka mu maya makkati ve dewa chu khatiang zatlek entitlement sia khanin hei en ula purin le na sailo speaker ti te noi somruk paruk chuang ani dor maya tin hei kan chief minister phei chu noi za som pani lai mai te ani tani hei ero hi chu ka soi huai vak ngam lova amak kati thoero karon soi nita sela a hrechiang inom chuanin in lo soi don nia tizong soi ta kang khan zpm lampang minister te MLA te po khanin an la ve thawani lak chu he tiang hi ne kan chhiar chaw vek to ron chhiar chaw ngai to lo ti chuan 2024 a memorandum chuania ti chuan an entitlement hi then khat hi chuan hei anulan mang zo to ti na ni kha entitlement ta kha an minister Trump chung ani an MLA Trump chung atana man tur ti nia maro chu kha MNF lampang te ro kha chu amount kha tamlom khop me kha engtin nge ani thei ti lai ta kha ron clarify te chu in nangma ni lampang chana kan ta tiang ti chuan hei kan chief minister te po hian an entitlement hi an mang zo to ti na nia tun kum nga chung tun Trump chung hianin man tur hemi entitlement ta hianin an nei to lo te po kan ti thayang chu ti chuan khami chung changa kha hei ati ra tangin mo ka mu thei chin document ka mu thei chin 2014 atanga voin ni thlenga hemi entitlement chung changa memorandum lo chhuat to te tin alo pun chau dana te le kan minister sang kan cabinet minister te kan MLA te advisor to chief minister te poina an lo man dan sang kha karon display ania kha evolution ang te pona ti theng chu engponi se khami china khan entitlement chung chang chu kan du to kanga ichuanin soita kang khan Hriata Chhangte advocate ZK bikers te Hriata Sailo ti te engineer ke somvel le pulal rem sanga nga ka advocate te na boruak nei taka ti te ang khami an Facebook ate khanon post sa ni hemi chung cha han ti don tranvel kha chu ani hi an che thado ne han che pui do ne kan lo ti lain Guwahati High Court Aizol Bench chuanin enge an PIL chu PIL ating love ti in hnawl sak tangot me boxia poni se High Court chunga hen enge lo thleng reng ti kan enang ti chuan hei division bench ania division bench ani ti hriatna chan chu judge pani an thu ni ti chuan heta hianin hei loen ula ami pa jok kan judge mi pa jok khi Nelson Sailo ania TMM mai ani hi meiche jok hi Justice Marley Van Kung ania hei Nelson Sailo te kan hriat lar tura chuan Nelson Sailo te ti chuanin Michael te hi chu advocate atanga Guwahati High Court Justice ron ni chau hi anitani advocate practice pa ngai tanga ti khan senior advocate ni chawin heta chief justice appoint anitani ti chuanin Marley ro hi chu ani hi voi khatna ni nge ka ria judge pa ngai MJS atanga Guwahati High Court Justice atana appoint hi ani boktani chu kan no le chatan kalo sei ve shim ni ta sela ti chuan hei Hriata Chhangte adinga heta hianin aking tulam anding thinani ko ta hian din nap tur big tai om thlap ania ta hian aking tulam pangandinga lelam panga hianin akhinate anum thina lelam panga hi chuanin High Court hi chuan sarkar ukil te an thungun khop maya sarkar case ani reng chuan ta hanan thu thina poni se ol samjong chuan Hriata Chhangte te din na lampang hi in lo en mai point che thiam theinan aking tulam pang din na ania ti chuanin he di lampang hi akhinate din na lampang ania zon hei movie velain lo entrin kota in hial burang hi kota tak hen practice ani lem lova in hial vak hi omlem lovani film a hi zona monam turang ten kaltir ani thinatin in case reng hen in stage strang ania khating stage apel to kha chon thei to lowania film a te chuanin enge order han siam dona an han case han close zone chi to ten evidence anon kalthin ani vai pa te vai nu dan on lut de choi zel me khating kha kot taka chuan practice thei ani to lo thin ani ti kha kanon soifia bok ani chu ti chuanin hei Hriata Chhangte te case kha PIL kha nol sak ania Nelson Sailo hianin athil fia view don po ani mai thei inen teng
Mr. Lalshet Renga, see, end of the day you'll have to incorporate these addresses to the main writ petition.
Yes.
It cannot remain as a separately in the additional affidavit.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that the cost title will have to be amended.
Right.
If this court finds some substance in the projection made by the petitioner.
Yes.
So that is the thing. Now let us see what is the cause that you have projected in your.
The cost we have projected here is that regarding this tender floated on 31st January 2024 by the police department, in the para 6 of the tender number 1.
Kalau soi mai daya hemi an case chungchang hi home department tender chungchang kha ania ti chuanin ka ti top lai High Court a reng hianin mizo tong man phal ni lova mizo le mizo hei mizo vek an ni om zong zong hi o maro chu mizo vek po ni se mizo tong hi man phal ni lova English veka tong ngai thina ti chuanin chumi wang tak chun hei advocate na zong hianin an ngam sar lo ani zep thu cheng lo High Court hi chu ti chuan High Court a ding ngam to chin hi chu mo ding ngam to chin hi chu English po mani to ka thiam ve viau angaya tin nge niang personality nei thatte hei just te hin thiam ani dik tak chon just te hin thiam em maya in prepare that po ngai boka anina an question zong zong ron clarify thei zel khangaya chu mani tong po ni lo English kha man ngai boka chu wang chen confident nei ve viau kha chu ngai ani
The terms in which it is written very clearly that para 6, the later part of the sentence, any tenderers who quote the rate beyond 5% below or 10% above SOR, that is schedule of rates, 219 for Mizoram PWD building, should attach detailed analysis of rates to justify the rates without which the tender will be treated as invalid. Now, even after this, there were few tenderers who quoted less than SOR, but treated as valid and responsive tenders. So they were not considered again for selection of the contractors. And in fact, in the process, this selection board have selected only the rates. I mean, only those tenders who have quoted the schedule of rates, as per the schedule of rates only. So in the process, the department, the government of Mizoram is losing a huge amount of money, something in the to the tune of 120 lakh rupees. And moreover, this contract were to be allotted strictly as per the terms and conditions of the tender only.
See, what you just read is that 5% below or 10% above.
Yes.
So this is the schedule of rate. It can go 5% below or 10% up. So whoever quotes in between can be considered as a valid tenderer, and ultimately the respondents reserve the right to choose
exactly
the tenderer.
So that I will try to explain. If a person quoted below 5%, let's not talk about the higher side. Below 5%, then he has to give full justification. Then only he will be considered as valid and responsive tenders. In our case,
Justice Nelson Silo Khanin aron sei chu khamit tender kha 5% le 10% lo ni po ni se khamin kara aum kha chonin valid thawani pom thawni mai lo mi ti khanin azotani chumo kantinan le lokang etilaya question lai kha poimo reu mai.
Yes.
So this is the schedule of rate. It can go 5% below or 10% up. So whoever quotes in between can be considered as a valid tenderer, and ultimately the respondents reserve the right to choose.
Respondent ti hi chu akhinate khani tani chuting kar anom si chon enge respondent te khan ikhinate hianin du than theinan nei lo mole ti kha judgin pushia te hi ashil tani chu
exactly
the tenderer.
So that I will try to explain. If a person quoted below 5%, let's not talk about the higher side. Below 5%, then he has to give full justification. Then only he will be considered as valid and responsive tenders. In our case, there are some tenders who quoted even less. They have 4.99 below 5 also, but they were treated as valid and responsive tenders. And in the process, they have said they have not been considered again for selection for the work.
Okay, but so where is the guarantee that just because you quoted 4.9, 4.8% below the schedule of rate, you should be given the priority? See, they have the
Hriata Chhangte herin below 5% lampang ka soi taila below 5% po nilo 4.8 4.9 ti velte po kha ti khanin valid angin an pom tho sia ti kha asoya.
They have said they have not been considered again for selection for the work.
Hriata herin khang 4.8 4.9 ti vela chhangte po kha na thok tura la kan ni si lo ni ti khani in lo shet thin in lo chiar thin karinga hemi zk bikers ti te Hriata Chhangte ti te poin post china tender reng hen ngatinge an noi beri an laklo ngatinge chhang claim beri an laklo ti anon thupui maya amaro chu ka reaction lo enthang chanin sianga an niam beri lak nge tu ti dani khoya nge a om ti hi khatilai tang to ka zona amaro chu tu manina min la chan thei lovani a hniam ber ngei hi lak tur ani ti hi khoya nge a inzia ti hi ka khoi chin thin ani chu amaro chu chana kala mulo mo ton tleng hen ti chuan karon sei chan zo ka chu a hniam ber khanin na thatak khan thok lo ta se na che tak thok se an ti nge ti te ro thei ni ti chuanin Justice Nelson Silo hianin question azot let vele tani ta hian
Okay, but so where's the guarantee that just because you quoted 4.9, 4.8% below the schedule of rate, you should be given the priority?
4.8 4.9 ti velanga lo chak anum khan khoya hian nge priority du sakbik an yang ti ai lo inzia reng le ti kha Hriata Chhangte hi azot let ta chiani chu ke mangi poina reaction kalo ni na kalo soi thina chu ni indu chuanin evidence alom vekang heta i tender chungchang reaction kha lo en let le tawala chumi che chu ka zona ani ve tareng pokani 4.8 4.9 lo chang kha khoya hian nge guarantee khoya hian nge du sakbi kan niang ti hi ain zia ti hi Justice Nelson Silo hianin azot le tani chu
See, they reserve the right not to choose the lowest tenderer.
Yes.
You know very well in a tender proceeding, the authority reserves the right not to choose the lowest tenderer.
Punelson hianin ka zo na ron chang ta jok tlat maya ten tarani reng hianin a chang niam ber hi an du sakbi kang ti emo lak ngei turani ti dan hi ain ziak lovani ti hi a chiang ber poi niang chu ti khanin asu azot le thialani chu taka chu ni makati thin zk bikers ti te hei karon be ni me lo ni o hete reaction kan nei hianin khata khan enga tinge a niam ber la lowa a niam ber chang niam ber ai sang shet an lak thei an lo kher tilahi ka zona ani tani ti chon hei Punelson hen aron clarify chiang khop maya intinon le lok tiang
Okay, but so where's the guarantee that just because you quoted 4.9, 4.8% below the schedule of rate, you should be given the priority? See, they reserve the right not to choose the lowest tenderer.
Yes.
You know very well in a tender proceeding, the authority reserves the right not to choose the lowest tenderer. After the analysis, they find that if we choose the lowest tenderer, lowest quoted rate, the work might suffer. If
karon soi thin khat Punelson hen aron soi le ta chi mai heta hian a chang niam ber kha langot don se an na ina ator don chuan mo na chet tak an thok don ni chun chu thil tha ani lovani ti kha aron soi vele ta chini Justice Nelson hianin
we go for very high, we might lose a lot of money on that. Then they strike a balance and choose the tenderer, which according to is the appropriate.
My lord, that is quite true. In fact, that is the reason they have rejected. Now, my point is that once they've been considered as valid and responsive tenders, they have thought after full examination, they have considered these persons who have quoted less than 5% are valid and responsive.
See,
Hriata Chhangte hianin tanchan avan chauria win kashia ani na taka chuanin my lord 4.8 4.9 te pokha valid angin an pom saka ti khan tender kha an lo chan an lo pom sak tho ani chuan kha enga tinge ti chungchang kha an question ani ka soi fia thiam lo mai thea an English se ka ron translate thiam lo do mai thea
My lord, that is quite true. In fact, that is the reason they have rejected. Now, my point is that once they've been considered as valid and responsive tenders, they have thought after full examination, they have considered these persons who have quoted less than 5% are valid and responsive.
see,
Hriata Chhangte na ron soi hi chu kan ron soi non le lokange 4.8 a changte 4.9 a changte kha enge tenderan pom sak tho ni chon kha a valid to kang an ngai ti na chu ani mai lo mi ti kha aron zot le ta maro chu he judge a zo nai ro chu ka reaction ni na ka lo zo na thin tho ka aron zot ani po hen Nelson Silo hianin
Mr. Lafsia Renga,
Yes.
supposing we accept your contention,
Yes.
now it is not the unsuccessful tenderers who are before this court. There is another person who claims to be a public spirited individual who has filed a PIL. Had it been those tenderers who had quoted very low rates, which is permissible and workable, but were not selected, they could have come individually.
But they have not come, sir.
That is why.
That is
So,
the problem.
what would be the interest of this person to file this PIL?
PIL an file PIL hi chu public interest litigation ania toifel theng bera soi fe kan tu manga PIL kan file ni reng chuan van tlang ngong thil entinan tui tlan kan lo nei ta ni tero tui tlan kan lo nei ta kan tui khur nar khat tu emani chuanin alo ti bol lo ta ni chu chu van tlang tang khana poi ma hrisel na ngong thil ani chu tengte chu public interest litigation PIL la pom theini ta ni ti chuanin Justice Nelson Sailo hian ti hena zor leta ente pushet tuna iron din chana hi ani na taka chun ti khan tender sang onoma mo a chang niam do te chang sang do te noma nge tinge chang niam ber khan a mu lo wang khan PIL ani big ngotang PIL ani thei do nem ni ti kha azor leta ni chu
We have no interest.
And why should we examine this aspect?
We have no personal interest neither. We are not inclined to anybody. We don't know them even. In fact,
That is the prerequisite of filing a PIL. We know that.
Yeah,
You cannot have your personal interest.
yeah,
You claim to be a public spirited individual.
yes,
And you are espousing the cause, saying that the government is losing a lot of money
Yes.
because they've chosen these persons.
yes.
Now, it is not those persons who have not been selected who have come to this court saying that, see, we are lower than these persons. They've quoted very high rates or they quoted as per the SOR. Our rates are like this. It's within the permissible limit. Why have they not accepted our rates? If those persons
nga tinge khang 4.8 4.9 vela chang te kha anlung oi lo ni chon nga tinge an mani khan kota anon nga tinge an mani kha kota anon kalme lo 4.8 4.9 in kan changa tinge kan tender hi an chan lo nga tinge kan tender hi an pom lo tin anon zwal ko mai lo hei PIL ani do nem ni ti chungchanga tin Justice Nelson Sailo hianin aron soibokani chu
have come, it would have been a different case.
My lord, the fact here is that the selection board has examined everybody, all the tenders who have submitted the quotations. Now, after going through all this, say out of 100 something, they have come down to something like 30 or 40. So, the tenders who is considered to be valid and responsive, they must be given some enough reasons to reject them again. Because, see, in this case, what happened is that if the person is quoting less than 5% also, that means he's ready to work for that. And there is a provision in the contract system that they can ask for a bank guarantee, which is called performance guarantee. They have not done that. So there is deliberate attempt to select. And in fact, my lord, you will see that in each item of work, the serial number 1 is the selected person. And it is everything is as per the schedule of rights. So we felt that these people who have not been selected have no guts or say have for reasons best known to them. They have not been able to come up. So we thought we will.
You tell them to come to the court.
But
Why should you come?
No, but we come because it also affects our interest. This is our government.
No, see,
As a member of the as a domicile of the state, I think we have every
give
right.
us the High Court rules.
Yeah.
Shethiam tam takin manga shethiam loinam takin ti hian aron sai fiale lokanga Hriata Chhangte kha chuanin khami an chan niam bera wanga an lak lo chungchang te kha an soi ko le ta ni tin kan translate me nge o awil samjok nan ti chuanin chumi wanga hitilai local hi kan ni ta ti chungchang kha soi ta ti chuanin Justice Nelson Sailo hian ngatingen mani chun local me lo ngatinge an mani chulung oi lowan local me lo ti kha a soi ta ni chu alung oi lo te jok mo khami attender chang niam an lak tak lo te kha ni ta ni chu a soi zo ka chumo ti chon an local me lo an ti khianin ami malang ron kal vu thuam lo ni entinan Hriata Chhangte thau khiron lang po ni se PIL lang zong ni lovin khami alung oi lo tender chang niam 4.8 4.9 ti ayo khan Hriata Chhangte khi loading zok ni se judge ke chon dik zok atini akal phunga kha o akal manga kha dik ati zok ani chu
Just mention.
You want to ask him?
See, those persons who were not selected,
Yeah.
they have not come before the court aggrieved because maybe they find that
My
there
chamber
are
also.
some reasons why they are not selected, and so they have no grievance as to why they are not selected. So have you spoken to those
We have-
persons who were not selected? What is if they have no grievance, then what is your case?
Your lord.
Maybe they find that the person who is finally selected is actually reasonable, and that's why they have not come before this court to voice their grievance.
Madam, there is no reasonableness in the selection process. The valid and responsive tenders who have not been selected, even after quoting, even after quoting look below the rates.
But the persons
They-
who
they
are,
have not-
but the persons who have not been selected are not
No,
agreed.
they agree. They agree.
Then
but,
let them come to
no,
the
but they
court.
don't have energy. They don't have the money. They don't have the resources to come to you.
Pimarli po kinin ron soi tho ta ni tran chan tra an nei ni chuan enge soi tu thatak an nei ni chuan tran chan thatak an nei ni chuan tinge ko da nan lan mei lo ti kha aron soi boka ani na taka chuan judge te khianin tuna anon din chana khianin thil valid tok khi an mulovani ron din pui tlak chan khi an mulovani chu omje chu atir bera punel chuna khan ron soi to a dan chunga entinan 5 atanga 10 mo khatiang chi aniam bera 5 asang bera 10 kham in karam yan ni chuan eta an pel lo ni poin asang ber khalang miang aniam ber chau khalak tur ti dan om hleinem ti aron soi to ti chuanin atuna an thukal lai le thunga ki chuanin 4.9 4.8 ta chang te khan lo om boxia khang te kha an dik to ka an lak lo chan an ten taran chan sak lo chan an ten taran pom lo chan a valid tok in ti si chuan enge tinge chu an lo kal mai lo ti kha pimarli po khen ron soi tho ni ti chuanin po Hriata Chhangte khianin poisa te pon nei lawa kodron panna tura tan hian har sat na te pon ya ti kha aron soi ta hian nui te po za ve deunin nui tut maya kan just te po
Persons who have not been selected are not
No,
agreed.
they agree. They agree.
Then
but,
let them come to
no,
the
but they
court.
don't have energy. They don't have the money. They don't have the resources to come to you. So we, on the on behalf of the people of Mizoram, on behalf of those aggrieved persons, we are coming by our own. That is, I think, to be considered as a very good case of PL.
See, certain peoples were
Yeah,
not,
you
people were
cannot
not
possibly
selected.
force anybody that you should go to the High Court. Coming to the High Court is a very expensive business.
Court Master, please come. Mr. Larshi, Renga, just read clause 8, subclause Roman 4.
8.4.
dan na chiar ti dor ni hei punel sena hian Justice Nelson sai lo hianin pu Hriata Chhangte hi chuti lai chu han chiar te atia kha tuna adan ron soi ta ka khamo chiar tir dor ani
This is for guidelines for screening letter petitions. Letter petitions rising or alluding to matters of public interest shall be entertained as letter petitions and unless directed by the public interest litigation committee. Letter petition under the following categories shall not be well, I understand. But in this case, do we have this public interest litigation committee here? So that we can oppose.
What is that Roman 4? Just read that.
Roman 4 is this was relating to contractual or statutory liabilities.
Okay. So, understanding the spirit of that clause,
Yes, my
this
lord.
is not a letters pattern, no doubt.
Yeah.
But it's a PIL
Yes.
by inform the filer in the writ petition.
Yeah.
But the same spirit will apply.
Yes.
See, you cannot file PIL in service matters. You cannot file PIL in matrimonial matters, individual disputes, and in contractual disputes. Now, this is also a contract.
kan soi fia le lokang ya Justice Nelson sai lo khianin dana chiar tir ta ni chu ti chon a hril fia som ta PIL hi individually in mimalangin file thei ani lova mimal ai o in file thein lova ti zokang o ti chuan engeniang service matter changa te khating sang khan file thei ani lo thu kha aron soi ta hi chu tira pok aron soi fia thawa PIL ani don hi chorin public ngong mi pui van tlang ngong tam tak ani turani ti kha karon soi fia thiam dan chu ni ta sela chu tiang do chi chon hei punel sena poina ron soi chawa
You're saying that the exchequer of the
o ti chon kar soi mai poi mo de chu contract chung changa po hen PIL file thei ani lo ani ti kha a hril fia bok ani chu judge
state is suffering because they have selected people who have quoted as per the SOR. There's nothing illegal about that.
There's nothing illegal.
If they had selected person who was more than 10% higher than the SOR, then it would have been questioned. But questioned by the person who's affected, the other tenderers who have quoted reasonable rates in terms of the tender notice. Were not selected, but those person who were selected were much higher than 10% or much lower than 5%. In that case, they will have a cause of action.
judge hianin punel son sai lo hianin aron soi fia bok chu hei an thu boy hi ho ang reng ka tia han en po hian mo an nu akhen ki ukil tam tak himinia case khoi tur tam tak anoma ke manual maya tin hei el shete ponom nola ni ngengya ti chuanin karon soi du zoka chu punel sonana ar soi chu ni nataka chuanin 5% aniam bera tin asang lampanga 10% mo chumi inkara anom phot chuan tu pokha lo lain lo select se enge poina enge dan bo chen na ani nataka chuan 10% aya sang kha lo lata se chu dan bo chen na ani kan ti theinga tin aniam lampanga 5% aya chang niaman lo lani chuan chu dan bo chen na kan ti thei bokonga ani lova heta 5 to 10 inkara anom phot chuan mo khami inkar mi kha chu an la thei rengalom ti kha enge thil swalan ti lo je kha aron shilfiani chu
Trying to espouse the cause of the public, saying that by selecting people as per the SOR, money has been lost by the state.
And also,
Can that be a PIL?
my lord,
We have our doubts, that's why.
it's
I'm
not
putting
about
it plainly to you.
My lord, it's not about the money alone. Why we have involved ourselves in the form of PL is that these people who are not selected, in spite of the fact that they are valid and responsive tenders, they will not come to this thing. We have talked to them even.
They are contractors. They're not just nobody. They're all contractors.
Suppose
They don't have the finances to come to the court to file a simple writ petition. I don't think so.
My lord,
When they can
punel sona hianin contractor an nia an ma anin lung oilo ni chonon kal sen ti khamo tir lampanga po contractor an nia khang ho kha an lak lo ho kha contractor an nia dik tak chon ko dron kalna tur poisa hin nei lawang mo ko oilo top mai tin a changa ni
answer the contract, which is worth 88 lakhs, 98 lakhs, maybe 1 crore also.
my
How is
lord,
it possible that they cannot file a writ petition in the High Court?
my lord,
an contract chan na zat te poron se chu tiang zat noi chu ti zat tam tak chon an changa ma ko dron kalna tur hi an nei lawang mo ti kha makati ve daw ni chu punel sona hian
for the benefit of myself and for the rest of the people concerned, you mean to say that once it is selected, as per seal of rates, and if people don't come, the people who have not been selected, who have quoted less, considered valid and responsive, if they don't come up, so the government will keep on doing such things.
It's not. Is it illegal to select people as per the SOR?
No, but the reasons they have rejected, quoted in this our
Hriata Chhangte hianin enge mo chu soi ve chu tumani mo am ai ro chu ke ma poina ka reaction a kalo soi to thin tho kha ka soi non leang ten daran chanin an niam ber hi lak tur ti dani khoi ange om ti hi tu man min chang thelo khan mi reaction kan lai po khan mo ti chuan hei pu Nelson Silo Justice Nelson Silo po hianin chu tiang chi chu statement ron na ya Hriata Chhangte te hi an lung oilo na chan ko tan lu chani chu dik tak chuan an niam an lak lo wang khani zep thu cheng lo chang niam ber hi ngatingen lak lo ti ringot khan thu puyania mo zk bikers ti te poni tho mai kha khan thu puyania maro chu hi ani na taka chon ko ta han lu pui ta chi a jachin lo question ta ne inon lu chan hi enge public ngong ani box si lova tin dan ni se SOR a khan hanin ula an mila ka hi SOR chunga om vekania 5% ai niamina chang lova 10% ai sangina chang box si lova chu enge dan kalani na chu enge dan bo chet na ani na dikha aron zor le ni thuna hen mo
petition. The reason is that it is too low. But when the gentleman said, even say for 100 rupees, you're asking me 100 rupees. I can afford to give it for 90 rupees because I have my own setup, I have my own quarries,
Okay.
I have my own machineries. So he can do a justifiable job. He can complete the work.
We understand your concern,
Satisfactory.
but it does not make out a case for intervention in this court by way of a PIL. If somebody had come who is not selected, despite quoting very reasonable rate, well, accepting the rate quoted by somebody which was unreasonable, then we'll examine on that aspect.
Hriata Chhangte khanin khang chang niam ho kha ani na taka chuanin khami na thok thei tura chang ve tho khan nia mo na ka thok thei ang ti ron chang ve tho khan nia la kan ni si lova ti chung chang kha ron soi ni hei ka translate sentence by sentence in ka translate lem lova an soi tlang pui te ka ron translate ni ta sela ti chuanin judge Nelson Silo hian in ti hen chang le in chu ti ang grounds than na ya tran chan thatak an na ya enge evidence thatak an nei ni chuan an chan na re ta kha adik to ke emo enge an lak lo chan an pom lo chan kha thata kan nei ni chon an mani kha ron kal meita sela ti tho khan soi ni hei an thu hi ngai na kolamo Hriata Chhangte hianin han soi nge la tuma amaro chu an thutluk dan tur chu chiang to rengin ka hria thuna china po hian a chan chu dan enin sarkarina an lak ate khan dan an kal lo tin dana a niam ber lak tur ti kha lo reng lo boka chumi chu an ron lu chan khani ve box sia justina an question an zona bera chu hei hi dan kal ani box si lawa inon lu chana hi atin PIL ani box si lawa tin ngatinge heng ho hianin an lung oi lo ni chonin le chan le wang thatak reasonable grounds an nei ni chon court hian mani nanon pan ve mai lo tin poisa nei lo thu a soi te kha an oi lo hian ani kha just po hian mo
But not in the form of a PIL. We are sorry.
Sure, right, sir.
Okay, please write down.
I think Ms. Caroline has something to say.
What she will say. Let me ask her. Yes, Miss Caroline, do you have anything to say? Yes, we are waiting.
Yes, my lord. At para 13, page number 27 of your petition, my learned friend had pointed out that the total loss to the
Can you
state...
speak on the microphone, please?
Yes, my lord. Para 13, page 24, my lord.
Well, para 13 is page 24. No?
Page 27, my lord.
Okay.
My learned friend had pointed out that the total loss to the state exchequer on account of mismanagement is around 100
Caroline hi sarkar ai wading anitani ani hoi sarkar ukil te ania high court a hianin sarkar ukil te panomatin district ate pananom tho boka chu karon soi fia pa hal ni ta sela Caroline hi sarkar ai wading ania omje chu hei PIL division bench ania Hriata Chhangte tena ankin kha tinani chu
10 lakhs approximately. But, my lord, I have received prior instructions from the department, and instead of losing the set amount in these 26 various works, the government is receiving approximately 379.40 lakhs through GST and labor cess.
Okay, anyway, Miss Caroline, you must try to understand the mind of the court. You submit when it's required to submit. When it's not required at all to submit, why do you submit?
My lord.
Please understand. I hope you are understanding the mind of the court.
Yes, my lord.
Then,
My lord, one more point, please.
Judge Pohelin ashil fia ve tho boka sarkar lampanga ai oding hi hei Caroline hi advocate practice na chu rei ve to ang rengamaro chu tun nai chowa government advocate ta na appoint anin ka hria solo chuan ti chuanin ani khianin ti hian submission aron neya submission kan ti chun khi thu sei aron nei khian ki mi case sungchang thu sei aron nei khian submission chu ni mai a submission ron nei huna ki afu lowa a hun lova chumi chu justice Nelson Sailo hianin a shil fiang hal bokani chu hei submit thuna ni love ti sungchang a han hei submit thuna ni love ti kha vashil ni chu atoi fel theyang jong chen chu hei an thu boi kal lai hi ti teng on chai lai hi hriata poimo hun lai takan ya Hriata Chhangte chanchu an submission kha an pom don nge don lo po la hriat lo huna khami stage a khanin government advocate shima po hi aronin rola submission aron nei chu just kenin a hun ani che lo ve alo ti sak bokani chu
Okay, under the circumstances, if one of this,
you want to withdraw or we'll dismiss it. It's up to you.
you go anyway in that case because it stops here only.
Okay.
My
just here an ning deu to moni so ho ka ti thimi se cha hen I withdraw don nge kan dismiss don ti tari hot me ya I didn't withdraw don nge he case in on putlu hi PIL in on putlu hi in nuk dog le don nge ke maning kan ti top don ti kha soi tapok mai ne just here chan chu dik tak chuanin kalo soi thina ke pon kari ka tender chungchang hi atir tang ka soi to a anember lak tur ni lo veti hi tranchan mu mala nei box silawa mo hei hi achang niama asang zo kan la ti chungchang no ta khanin an boy thina Hriata Chhangte theoi ti chuanin just te ro chuanin SOR angin 5 to 10 in karami an la ni kha chuan dik tak chuanin anember khalo la ringot se an na khana tur thei sin sum tam tak kan chan thei sin ti kha a thu pui ve tlat maya atan chan tlat mai boka chu Hriata Chhangte then an hnial ruzo tangang lovani diktak chuan tichuan judge hianin in withdraw du nge case kan ti top don tikha aron question tariap maya pui khop mai tilai taka hi chu Justice Nelson Silo chepa thei riap khop mai ni mo.
You are understanding the mind of the court?
Yes, my lord.
Then
My lord, one more point, please. Okay, under the circumstances, if one of this,
you want to withdraw or we'll dismiss it. It's up to you.
you go anyway in that case because it stops here only.
Okay.
My whole submission here once again is that suppose if one of the aggrieved persons come to this court,
It's up to him to come. Door is not closed to anybody.
fine.
All right. Heard Mr. Lalsia Drenga Chang.
Ti hian an ti ta ni in withdraw du nge case ke manin kan ti top don an ti ta ni case pola ni chi lo ni chu khi division bench ni khi mi a khenin an pom ani chuan case ang khan kal chhun zom tur ni ta ni amaro chu khi court ken an pom tangang lova PIL tur khan ti chuanin Hriata Chhangte khen ani le being aggrieved person themi atur tu kanon din puya te hi ron kalta se ti kha aron zot le ta Justice Nelson Silo hi chuanin a thei alom tu tan ma hen court kong ka hi khar ani leinem ron kal ro se anti ta chu ani na taka chuna tir tang khanin justice khen an soi char char to zo kan o thil dik lo om ni an ria tran chan thata kan nei ni chuan ron kal ro se ti kha an soi mol reng boka chu aron soinon le tani ti chuan ki order a siam don ta ki ti khenin order an siam thina justice hian ni tin hian order hin siam thar reng mai ni chumi order po chu Guwahati High Court Aizawl bench a khan website a khan en thei ni thina tiang khian case khoi ni thina ni ikhian ni tin case rang an khoya khamini a khan enge an khoi engtinge an thil khoya kha an kalpui engtinge thun ti top khamini khan ti zong order hi ti khianin judge khianin adik te thina a soi thina tichuan stenoten oma khati ho khanin an lo ziak thla thina chu anua website a hen en turom le thina ni o
The learned counsel for the petitioner who submits that in terms of the court's order dated 18/9/2024, the petitioner has filed an additional affidavit incorporating the detailed addresses of the private respondents. Full stop. The learned counsel submits that the petitioner has come before this court to espouse the illegalities committed by the state respondent authorities in selecting the private respondents for the works mentioned in the notice inviting tender number 1 SASCI SASCI /DGP/2023-2024
kan ti to pang ti khan asan chu order asim to dona kan threveka PIL an thelu hi an pom lawani court chon ti chuanin kha lo sil fia ngek maya kawa oi lo em o contractor an net court kalna tur poisan nei lo ti vel hi chu ti te po han lo soil lang hialania engpo ni se he ya nung vela chetla te no en ki chuanin court chung hi zaum taka en kol ania tuna phejon hei video engkim om veka court chunga an lo lu don khian advocate te reng khi an lo bow thina an lo kun thina nga ti chon an chua san le dona khian an dinga nga ta kong ka bul ve lamo an thut na mun bul ve lamo hianin an kun le zawanga ti chonin court hi an chua san thina ni chu district court a point ani thowa tin high court ding tu reng hianin tuna kan en china henin she thiam mai ang hei gaun hi ha ka ngai ni gaun ha ka ngai tin band an tia hemi ukilina an or thin band hi thil pani var pani kal thla hi mo hei hi zaum takania zaum na entir na te ponia chu an or ngai boka chu tiang tel lo chon high court a hendin thei ani lawa high court ding tur te reng chon hemi hi an zom ngai boka ni chu district court ai ro chon judge zirin justin an angai anti kherani lo chon an or kher ngai lawa district a chon tin mizo tong te po manania high court a chon soita kan khan english bakman phal ani lova ikhian dress po uluk takin engkim ki fel fai takin kam takin kalpui thinania movie lo muang thin in nial lui luyang kha a thling ngai lem lo ni ole tun tu video chu a sei ta view me kha enge high court a Hriata Chhangte Hriata Chhangte te zk bikers te advocate le rem sang nga ka ti te engineer som vela te le buatsaih lo te case courtina alo chin pordan vel chu ani ta tin chumi baka chuan he ta ti ra khan minister te MLA te na an nina ina akintel thilan practice chungchang kan rek boka he ta history te pokan thlilet khamo kha khania tuntum video chu a save you nangin in lok pui ngai po karenga thiamang tok tokin hei court kalphung te an ti dan te an practice dan te karon soi bokania ti chonin ka soi mai trepa judge te hi an lu te mo an chhuah don reng hianin heta ami pui thu te zong hi an ding thapanga ti chuanin ti khan za takin court hi high court he kalpui thinen ti kha karon soi fele lokani chuang poni sikha ti zong khatun tum video chuni sela in mo dan la in ngai dan te comment section in lo sei la done o